زن هستی ساز و مهرگستر است، سرچشمه محبت و الطاف داور است. بحر صفا و لطف خدا عشق مظهر است، بعد از خدا سجده و زانس مادر است.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to AATSA's International Women's Day program. We are absolutely delighted to see you all here today, and thank you so much for coming here and joining us to celebrate this auspicious day. AATSA is proudly celebrating International Women's Day for the 4th consecutive year. And this program has become one of the most important annual events of AATSA. And its main goals are to explore and analyze any issues relating to women and bringing awareness and reforms in the community. Gender issues are not limited to a specific group of women or community. However, this year we are mainly focusing on Afghan women's achievements and challenges in the last decade. This is an effort towards acknowledging their contribution and examining the challenges they may encounter, and also an endeavor towards becoming a part of the solution. So thank you very much everyone for being here, and happy International Women's Day to you all.
یقینا برنامه امروز دلیل از روز جهانی زن
هدف از برگزاری روز زن با شما چند کلامی داشته باشه. اجرام کسی جزی جواد خلیلی نمی باشد.
Now we would like to call upon Jawad Khalili to please come here and share a few words with us. Jawad Khalili, please welcome him.
خواهان پیش نیستیم اگر مادران ما آنجا نباشد. بیدار کیست تا بگوید جواب من؟ کابوس ها نشانه گرفته خواب من. ای اشک از برای چه هر صبح تا به شام سر میزنی به کوچه خراب من؟ دیوانه است دید ای نسیم صبح بیا، چنگ بزن که خنده کند آفتاب. به نام خداوند آگاهی، آزادی و برابری. واقعا ما انجمن دانشجویان استرالیایی از افغانستان آتسا نمیدانیم و چگونه با چه الفاظی با چه جملاتی از روز جهانی زن مبارکبادی بگوییم. چنین جمله ای را نیافتیم که بتواند آن حس را که داریم انتقال دهد. یک شعری البته در تمام این معضله یا موضوع زن یک مسئله مخصوص به یک کشور نیست، یک مسئله یا یک موضوع جهانی است که کشور ما و شما که افغانستان باشد بیشترین رنج را از این باره میبرد. که یک شعر هزارگی هست این باره میگن نظامی زن ستیزی رو نمویند، سمرش از زمین تا آسمویه. دزی ملک لگت از ظلم مردا، امی که زن بشه جرم کلویه. زنان یاران مردان جهانه، مگر از ظلم ظالم کی امانه. خودت مردانه زن شو یک دروزی، غوش تو که زن بودن چسانه. زنی مظلوم اسیری بیزیبویه، آوی دیدهشی دایم آوی جویه. مسوزه و مسازه تا به آخر، خلاصه از زن بودن خیلی گرویه. شعر بود از ناصر نادر. همچنانی که میدانید انجمن دانشجویان استرالیایی در افغانستان در سال 2009 حتی آخرای 2008 شروع به فعالیت نمود. ما چندین برنامه را در جریان سال برای پیشبرد اهداف علمی خویش مد نظر گرفته و برنامه‌ها در جریان سال اجرا میکنند که اونها عبارتن از شب جوایز، شب اطلاعات یا معلومات، روز جهانی زن، کمک به وظایف خانگی، همایش‌ها یا کنفرانس‌ها از جمله موضوعات مهمی هستند که ما برگزار میکنیم. و حالا سوال اینجاست که آیا ما نیاز به انجمن مثل آتسا داریم؟ مسلماً جواب باید بله بشه، چون ما کاملا یک انجمن علمی هستیم، یعنی تمام برنامه‌های خود را با استفاده از روش علمی استفاده میکنیم و کاری هم به انجمن‌های دیگر نداریم و همکاری با انجمن‌های دیگر داریم، البته در رقابت‌های مثبت و سازنده. پس بنابراین من فقط اهداف آتسا را اینجا فقط در پاورپوینت یا اسلاید نشان میدم، چون اگر توضیح بدم همش خیلی بیش از حد. میگم آینده اتفاق نمیفته بلکه ساخته میشود، پس بیایید آینده ما را با همکاری همدیگر بسازیم. چگونه به طرف آینده باید حرکت کرد که باید روش علمی رو در پیش فکر کنید دروازه به طرف آینده است. چگونه باید به این آینده برسیم؟ باید قدم برداریم. آیا آتسا میتونن یک از این قدم ها با همکار باشد؟ مسلماً بله. قدم برداشتن اینم اهداف آتسا. آتسا به عنوان یک نهاد علمی نه تنها اینکه برنامه‌ها را برای یک قشر از جامعه برگزار می‌کند، بلکه برای تمام طبقات از جامعه برگزار می‌کند. کوئی عبارت از هومورک کلاب یا کار به وظایف کمک به وظایف خانگی برای بچه‌هایی که در مدارس می‌روند و همچنان اینفونایت برای کسانی که می‌خواد وارد شود و همچنان روز جهانی زن که برای عموم می‌باشد. تمامش از روش‌های علمی استفاده می‌کنیم و دوستایی که در آتسا هست همچنان با بهره‌گیری و کار با همکاری با دیگران مهارت‌های زیاد را خواهد کسب کرد. در آن می‌تواند کار گروهی باشد. اینجا به انگلیسی هم نوشته شده لیدرشپ اسکیلز، کمیونیکیشن اسکیلز که چیزها را ما می‌تونیم در آتسا یاد بگیریم. پس برای رسیدن به هدف ما و شما باید همکار هم باشیم و این هدف را چگونه ما میتونیم بهتر به دست بیاریم together can achieve. و باز هم اجازه دهید که از شما دوستان و حضار عرض خوش آمد بگویم و روز جهانی زن را یک بار دیگر مبارک بگویم. تشکر.
تشکر جواد جان از سخنرانی بسیار ارزنده‌تان. بسیار تشکر. حالا دوستان توجهتان را به یکی از مهمان‌های ویژه ما جلب می‌کنم که ایشان خانم خدیجه قابله میباشند. خانم خدیجه قابله یکی از چهره‌های مطرح جوان در بین جامعه آفریقایی در استرالیا یعنی ادلاید میباشند. ایشان فعلا در دانشگاه فلندرز روابط بین‌المللی می‌خوانند و بدون شک یکی از فعالترین شخصیت‌های جامعه آفریقایی در این جامعه باشد. ایشان یکی از پرکارترین مدافع حقوق بشر و بالخصوص حقوق مدنی مهاجرین و بخصوص حقوق زنان می باشد و در چندین ارگان کسب فعالیت دارند و ده‌ها جایزه را هم از کسب کردن به خاطر خدمات اجتماعی خود. بیایید بیشتر از زبان خودش بشنویم.
So yes, ladies and gentlemen, our first guest speaker today is Khadija Gobda. I will briefly read out a biography of her so that we all know who she really is and what she does and why she is here today. So Khadija is a passionate leader of the African community and an inspired advocate for equality. She has been a peer educator for the Women's Health Statewide Program. For the Women's Health Statewide Program on Female Genital Mutations since 2004 and for shyness since 2006. She is currently studying international studies at Flinders University Khadija is also a member of numerous organizations where she provides a multicultural voice for young people. Khadija is the current Young South Australian of the Year and Young African Australian of the Year. She is also the founder of Chocolate Magazine, which is a magazine for young African women. So let's now call upon Khadija Gowda to hear from her and what she has to say and to offer us. So please.
To have a better life. Our parents brought us here for us to have the life they didn't have. We're here in a place where there are lots of opportunities, but that doesn't mean things are easy for people like us. Whether it's because you're wearing hijab, or whether it's because you're Muslim, or whether it's because you're a black person, things are not easy. But that doesn't mean we can't change things. When I got here, we didn't have lots of Africans in South Australia. And everywhere when people were racist to me, they called me a black monkey, or said that women shouldn't have to have a voice. In my own community, women don't have a voice. When we have meetings, it's usually lots of men talking, and the women are babysitting the children. That's all. But people have ideas of where people like us come from, and our culture and our religion. Sometimes instead of asking us, they make assumptions about who we are without knowing us. I was bullied for a couple of years in my school. And then I realized that I had to do something about this. Because I couldn't spend 5 more years of my life with people who thought that because I was black, they were better than me. Or because I was a Muslim, that I knew how to put a bomb together. I do not know how to put a bomb together. I'm sure none of you here knows how to put a bomb together, to be honest. But because you're a Muslim, people are going to assume you do know how to do that. Last year, I went to America. And because my name is Khadija, every time I was at the airport, they stopped me and searched me looking for a bomb somewhere. It's ridiculous. Look, I'm 24. How will I know how to put a bomb together? Seriously, I'm of no threat to nobody. But I decided that at school, instead of fighting those girls and becoming aggressive, that the best way to deal with racism was actually to tell them my story and to share where I was coming from and to educate them. To me, racism is about people being scared of what they don't know. They don't know who we are. They don't know how much we have suffered to be here. So they judge us. But how can we change that if we don't tell them who we are? If we don't share our stories, make them understand that we're not a threat to them, but that we're normal people who have fought so hard for the lives we have. And we're now in Australia because we want a better life for ourselves. Because our parents want a better life for ourselves. It wasn't easy. Let me be honest. It's not easy to make change because people don't like change. But I managed to do that. By the time I finished school, I had lots of friends and I had educated my friends and my teachers about what it meant to be a refugee coming to Australia. People think refugees pack a nice big suitcase and we put all our favorite toys and pictures and everything we have and we come to Australia. They don't realize that most of us have lost family members, our mothers, our sisters, our fathers during the war. They don't realize that most of us have to live in refugee camps for years, or that some of us were in detention centers. They don't know this. And unless we share our stories, they will continue to behave the way they behave. I am not where I am today because I just sat down and let everything happen. By the time I was 14, I was already fighting for refugee rights in South Australia. It's not because I think there's anything special about me, but I realized that as young people, we have our whole life ahead of us. And if we don't make changes, then nothing is going to change. We're different from our parents. They lived in a different time and in a different world. We now live in Australia, a place where everybody says we have rights. But sometimes those rights don't apply to us. sometimes we can't have those rights unless we stand up and say, I want to actually have my voice heard. As a young woman, like I said before, I come from a community where I don't have a voice. When we have meetings, it's the men who talk and the women are babysitting the kids. Nobody wants to know what a girl has to say. Because we're women, we don't have anything important to say. We should just cook and clean and have babies. That's it. Well, I don't have a baby just yet. But I do think I have something important to say. So I have worked very hard with my community to make sure that young women have a voice. To make sure that our parents realize that as young women, we have choices and we have rights. And because we're living in Australia, we want to have a good education. We want to have a good job. But most of all, we want to be respected. We want people to know that we have something to say. I started having awards, and people thought because I have all those awards that it means I'm now a white person, that I'm not a black person anymore, or I don't understand what normal people are going through. The reason I was given those awards is because of the work I had to do to change what was happening in my community and to change how Australians see refugees. Because it's very important that they realize that we're here to have a better life. We're not here to take anything from them. We're not here to change their country. We're not even here to harass them. We're just here to have a better life. My message to all of you here today is this. We might have a different color. I might not wear the hijab, but at the end of the day, we're all the same. You're a refugee like I am. Most of you are young women just like I am. And like all of you, I have to fight every day to have the same rights as everybody else. And as like all of you, I studied very hard at university to want to become somebody. But my message to you is this. No matter how hard life is, no matter what your problem is, whether it's because somebody's going to force you into a marriage, or because you don't have a voice, or because you're a woman, nobody listens to you. It's about how you choose to deal with that that's going to make the difference. You can complain every day that your life is terrible, that your life sucks, that people hate you, nobody listens to you, that it sucks to be a Muslim, or it sucks to wear the hijab. But if you don't do anything to change your situation, nobody can do it for you. You can't wait for Mazia to do it for you or for Khadija to do it for you. You yourselves have to decide that you want to change the world you live in, that you want to change maybe your community, or that you want to change your family, for example. Sometimes change is not about changing the world. Sometimes it can start in your own home, in your own house. You can educate your family, you can educate your parents if you need to about something that maybe they need to know about. We don't have to wait for other people to fight for us. We can fight for ourselves. And that's what I have done. I have not waited for another African to fight for me or for my mother to fight for me. I did it myself. Because I want to live in a world where, as a woman, I can be the best I can be. International Women's Day was yesterday. And we're celebrating how far women have come. But as I know and you know, women in Muslim communities have not come that very far. We still have lots of work to do. We still have lots of work from our men to respect us. For us to have the same rights that white women have or Western women have. We still have a long way to go. But mashallah, we're going to have it one day. At the end of the day, as young women, and as we're celebrating International Women's Day, let's remember this. We are the future mothers, sisters, and grandmothers. And if we don't stand up now and decide to change things, and if we don't stand up now and decide to better ourselves, and if we don't stand up now to be independent and empowered, then who's going to do it for us? Nobody. Thank you very much for having me today. I don't want to talk too much. I talk too much most times, but today I'm not going to talk too much. But I want to leave you with this. As refugees, let's all support each other. If anybody needs my help, please give me a call, Facebook me, Twitter me. In any way you can contact me. Mazia has my details. I'm willing to help for us to make a difference somehow, and to help Muslim young women feel like they can also reach their potential, that you can be whoever you want to be, and that you have rights, and those rights need to be respected. Thank you.